Hey everybody, David Moon back here, riding ambassador for Irv Sales and Service, and today we got the Razor here again, and we're going to go through updating the Ride Command display. So hop in and let's go. The first thing we need to do to update our Ride Command display is on our computer, navigate in our web browser to ridecommand.polaris.com. Once we get to this website, we can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and we'll find a link in blue that says Update Vehicle Software. If we click on that, it'll bring us to a page where it asks us to choose what kind of display we're updating. Since Polaris uses Ride Command on a bunch of different vehicles, including snowmobiles, it's important to make sure we grab the correct display that we're trying to update. In this case, today we're updating the gauge on our Razor XP, so we're going to choose the 7-button, 7-inch off-road display. So if we click on that, it will give us an option to choose whether we want to download the update for Ride Command itself or the maps. In our case today, we're going to do both. So we're going to first choose the Ride Command update, and we can click the blue Update Software button. Once we click on that, it'll bring us to a page that gives us the Download This Update button to actually download it. It also gives us a bunch of directions to install the update and what we need to make the update happen. On the right-hand side, it gives us the section that shows us some of the new features that are included or changes that are included with this update. Also, what the current update is. So in our case, at the time of recording this, the current update for our display is May of 2024. You can also see some older updates down below here. So in our case, we're going to click on the blue Download This Update button, and we're going to let this update download. While that's downloading, we're going to hit our back arrow to go back, and we're going to choose the Get Map Updates section here, and we're going to choose Update Map. This will bring us to the page to actually update the maps on our screen. So this is completely separate from what we just did, which is actually updating the Ride Command software. Now we're going to update the maps. So you'll notice again on this page, it brings us and gives us directions to download the update on our computer, and then what we need to do on the machine itself to actually install the update. On the right hand side, you can see where things are highlighted and colored in here. This is the areas that we're downloading the maps for. If you do need to change this for some reason, you can click on the change button below the map and choose where you want it to download the updates and the maps for. In our case, obviously, our trails are selected by default. You can choose whether you want to include point of interest updates for things like gas stations, food, and lodging. This is helpful from time to time as obviously businesses change ownerships, phone numbers may change, etc. So I would do this every now and again. In our case today, we actually are going to do this because it's been a while. You can also choose to include the base map. This is important if you've noticed a lot of road changes or road construction going on. This will update the actual roads and such on the maps. Doing this requires a far significantly bigger file to download. So it's important that you don't need to do this all the time, but it is important to do from time to time. So we have our two check boxes checked that we want to update. We're going to choose download, and we're going to let both these files download. Depending on your internet speed, this may take some time to do, but just be patient. And then once we're ready, if we follow our directions here, we need to copy both of those files to our flash drive that we're then going to take out to the Razor and plug in and actually run the updates. All right, so the first thing we're going to have to do to update our gauge once we're inside the Razor is open our glove box. Since we're doing this on a model year 24, it's the driver's side glove box. And you'll see we have a little USB connection coming in here. This is where we're going to take our flash drive from our computer that we downloaded the updates on, plug that right in, and then we're going to move right on over to the display. All right, now we are actually in the vehicle. We have our flash drive plugged in under the dash. Now we're actually going to go through the process of updating our maps and our Ride Command unit. So to kick off the updates, first we're going to do the Ride Command gauge update. So if we hit our Polaris star and we go to all settings, we're going to make sure we're in the general section on the left hand side and scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says update software. If we do that, you'll notice our software update shows up here that we downloaded on our flash drive. We're going to hit install, and we're going to let that update run. The display will automatically restart when the software is done. So we're going to let it go through here. This one, like I say, generally doesn't take too long. So we're going to let this update run, and when the display restarts, we'll come back. All right, we are back. Our display is rebooted, and now you'll notice it says at the top that the software is updated to our software update version, and we get a little notifications badge on our notifications area. So we're going to go now do the trails. So if we go back to our all settings, again in the general, but we're going to go back and we're going to go all the way down to update maps and trails. Again, you'll notice that it has our update file that's on our flash drive, which is awesome. So we're going to hit install and update. Again, same process as before for doing the ride commands side. It's going to go through and install the update, and then the display is going to reboot. And once it's rebooted, we should be good to go. All right, we're back again, and our map update was successful. We're back at our gauge view. So that's all there is to updating. Again, a couple important things. First thing is go to ridecommand.polaris.com, download the updates, bring your flash drive out to the machine, plug it in, and then run the updates like we just did. And that's as simple as it is to update your gauge on your RZR.